YouTube, how's it going? Hopefully we're loving the new Modern Warfare 2 2022 edition. It is the best selling Call of Duty of all time right now, and you know, I personally like it. It's a little different. It's got some things going on. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But you clicked on this video because you want the best settings and FPS possible. I've got everything timestamped below. If you want 60 FPS in 1 minute, you can click there. If you want to see the whole settings guide, you can click there. Or if you want to see the interface change and some like colorblind settings, you guys can go over there and click that as well. So let's get right onto the video, not waste your time because your time is precious and we're out here trying to grind those gold camos. So let's get right into the video, boys. All right. Since I am the GOAT, before we're going to get into all the settings, so you guys don't have to watch the whole thing and, you know, watch all the settings, I'm going to show you guys this one trick up front that's going to give you 60 plus FPS. Boom. As you guys can see, I'm gaming in 1440p right now. The FPS is about average of 110 FPS when we move around. Drops to 100, but we're looking at about 110 average FPS. But with this one simple trick right here, and you guys are gonna love me for this, I'm telling you, if you have an NVIDIA graphics card, go over to quality and then the upscaling / sharpening feature. This honestly does not make the game look much worse at all. It makes it look a little more jagged, but honestly, I don't really care. 60 to 70 FPS, I mean, you gotta be crazy to not do it. NVIDIA DLSS, if you have an NVIDIA card, it's like the Rebirth and everything before. I just put on ultra performance just to guys so I can show you, you know, how much FPS you can gain. We were chilling at 110 and now we're chilling at, it looks like 170, 160, 170. Looked like it got up to 180 there for a second. But when I'm not recording, I've realized that I can gain 60 to 70 FPS and just by one setting, just like that. If you have an AMD card, I believe there's the AMD one. I cannot click the other ones. I don't know why, it just bugs it out. But if you have an AMD card, do the AMD one. Simple as that. But yeah, all right, let's get into the rest of the tutorial so you guys can watch the rest of it. And remember to watch the end because I will be showing you a colorblind setting that I did not know was in here and can make your game more saturated. But yeah, there's how to gain 60 FPS in like 2 seconds. All right, full setting breakdown starts now. We're going to start with the display. Obviously, you want your screen in full screen exclusive. If you want to mess around and go to multiple monitors, borderless in the meantime. But while you're playing, put it in full screen exclusive. Select your monitor, simple enough right there. Screen refresh rate, you're going to want that as high as possible. Display resolution, select it what you want. I play 1440p, it takes a toll on my system, but hey, I got a good graphics card, I can do it. And I got a 1440p monitor, so why not do it? Aspect ratio, you want that automatic. You want V-Sync and all this turned off because that can render your performance, and we are here trying to get the best performance possible, which is maximize FPS. Had a little burp right there. Anyways, custom frame rate. You're going to want to set this to about the refresh rate of your monitor. So for me, I have a 240 hertz 1440p monitor. I know, right? Pretty stacked over here. What can I say? But you do not want to set this to the max because your PC will be working harder than it has to. Personally, I just do a little above what it's at. 240 hertz. I set it to 260 so it can go above. So it's, you know, always right there. If you set it to 240, it can be chilling at 220 FPS, and you want the maximum FPS you can get for your refresh rate. So just a little above your refresh rate. If you have a 144, set it to 160. If you have a 120, set it to like 140, and pretty much there. Menu frame rate, I set it to 120, so it's still fresh in the menu, if that makes sense. Still kind of clean, not fresh. Smooth is the word. Smooth is the word. For the rest of this, if you're gaming on a monitor, you want it on sRGB. If you want it on, or if you're playing on a TV, you want it at the 2.4 option. Most of us are going to be into a monitor, but if you're on a TV, do that 2.4. Brightness, you guys did that from the beginning. It's pretty simple. Focus mode, all that. You just want to turn everything basically off here. So yeah, that's basically the display settings. Let's go to quality. Alrighty, onto the quality settings. There are a lot here, so of course you guys can screenshot if you guys want to and just copy and paste, or you can test them out and do whatever you want. But honestly, quality presets, we want to set this to custom so we can customize everything. Upscaling and sharpening, I went over that before, but basically if you have an NVIDIA card, you want the NVIDIA DLSS option enabled. You do not want this off, you want it on DLSS. And if you have an AMD card, you want this on AMD. Boom, 60 FPS, simple as that. Well, why wouldn't you select it? Honestly, it's just amazing. Blurs these two out. Video memory scale, we want to select this to 85. That's just what it comes with naturally. I haven't really messed with it, but 85 seems to work pretty well for me. I'm pretty happy with the game. I'm not messing with it. Texture resolution. I honestly hate how blurry the game can look if you do set this to very low, and how jagged it can look. I mean, you might gain 5 to 10 FPS if you do this. If you want the 5-10 FPS, go for it, and if you like it. But honestly, I like my game to look a little clear, so I select it to normal so it can look alright. Same thing with the anisotropic. I leave that at normal as well. Same thing there. Might give you 5 FPS if you select it to low. If that, honestly, I don't really think it does that much. So honestly, I just leave it to normal. And then for the rest of the tabs here, I set everything on low besides the particle quality. Particle quality, I select it on high because I hate how blurry. And I mean, you guys can see from the picture right there, whenever something goes off, it can get really blurry. I'll set it to high so I can see through it. And then for the particle quality level, I select it to very low. Bullets and sprays does nothing to your GPU or performance basically. And I like to draw smiles. Who doesn't like to draw smiles, or, you know, inappropriate objects, if you want to say? Who doesn't want to do that, honestly? So yeah, I select that as on. Shader quality, we want this to low. Tessellation, we want off. You can maybe do it near if you want, but I just select it off. And then min for the terrain memory, and off for the on-demand streaming textures. Streaming quality, we do want to set this to low. It does affect in a way, so we want to select that to low. Volumetric quality, low. Deferred physics, low. Water caustics, off. Shadows, this is where a lot of people get a little confused or don't like shadows. I know a lot of people just hate shadows. If you hate shadows, just turn everything off, because it does take a toll on your system, and honestly, whatever. But some people don't like the way shadows look very low, so you can turn this to normal, in my opinion. But I select it to very low because I don't mind, and I like the best FPS possible. So all this selection, you want everything off or low, and then yeah, basically everything off or low. Post-processing effects, you want everything off besides this NVIDIA Reflex low latency if you have it. You want on plus a boost so you get the less input lag. Who doesn't want less input lag or input delay? Makes everything more smooth. But yeah, that's the quality section, and let's go on to the view section. Alrighty, onto the view section. Everybody loves FOV maxed out, especially if you play keyboard and mouse. You guys can see more, everything like that. If you're on controller, you might want to set it to like 110 or somewhere around there. I don't know if it affects aim assist. I remember that they said it did in the past Call of Duties, but you want it close to 120 maxed out as possible. 120, it's perfect. You can see a lot. I don't know why you wouldn't select it to 120 unless the aim assist thing, but I don't play on controller, so I wouldn't know. But anyways, let's get over that. Just select it to 120 and mess around from there if you are in controller. ADS field of view, you want this on affected and not on independent. Affected makes it less zoomed out, so you guys can control your recoil so much better. If it's independent, it makes the recoil a lot. It just makes it look a lot more because it's zoomed in more. You want that on affected, so it makes it seem like the recoil is less, and you can control it a lot better. Everybody has it set to that way. If you don't, you need to try it. Anyways, a lot of people, this is new. A lot of people have been messing with this. I honestly like it at wide. It makes the gun take up less space. It does make it longer, but it makes the weapon just look smaller. As you guys can see, it does say that right there. Makes the weapon look smaller. So mess around with that if you want. I select it to wide. You don't want that on narrow. I don't know why you would, but wide. Anyways, third person. Max FOV. I haven't really played third person ever since it came out. I've just been grinding some camos, so we've been haven't really messed with that, but honestly I would leave that at 90. And for the movement, we definitely want to change this to the least, because whenever you're getting flashed or naded or anything like that, if you have it at default, it will make your camera shake a lot, so we do not want that, and we want to select it to least. Alright, let's go to the interface real quick here to end this video. A lot of people did not know this was here. I honestly did not know this was here. But color customization. This is what you guys want. I think default it's going to be set to none. And over here, just like this, you're going to want to change it to filter 2. If you do like a more saturated look, you want to do this. I don't know who wouldn't. I honestly like everything more saturated in a way. It really didn't change it that much, but honestly I do. You can change it to just the interface, which will be your map and stuff like that, or you can change it to the game and that. So I select both, you want to turn all this to 100 and 100, and then go down here to the HUD color and change it to Tritanopia, and it will just make your game a little more vibrant and a little more saturated. And I personally think that every game needs a little more saturation, so boom, simple as that. Does not affect FPS at all, so boom. All right, let's get on to the outro of this video. All right, if you guys made it this far in the video, comment a big fat W in the comment section so I know you guys watched the whole video. I appreciate everybody that did do that. We're gonna be making a lot more videos on MW2, a lot more camo. There's gonna be a lot of camo grinding, everything like that. So definitely like and subscribe if you guys haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.